Greetings, YouTube. You know you have an amazing girlfriend when you let her know that you are going to record one more video in the hotel room while she is ready to pass out, and that potentially my voice, it's sort of a win-win, lose-lose. Like either she's so kind that she's willing to delay sleeping for 5-ish minutes to allow me to record it, or I could turn around and see that I just put her to sleep. So it's going to be a social experiment either way. But with that being said, huge shout out. I always get this wrong, I feel like. I always want to say Aunt May, like, you know, the Aunt May of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Or sometimes I want to say Aunt Ma, just because it makes me think of Ebony Coleslaw. But either way, AuntM.ai is the reason why this infographic that we're about to talk about exists. And this summoner, this user, makes information so easy for content creators like me to decipher and ultimately dictate to our audience. So thank you so much for making these incredible infographics for the community. Trust me, it is something I can't even say in enough words is so important. With that being said, we have this breaking news to me, though I'm guessing to a lot of you out there it's not breaking news because you're literally breaking the arena this weekend, where you are having to now hunt for Valkyrie in crystals or in the arena itself. Now keep in mind that if this is the case, then you have the ultimate goal of doing this one, maybe, I want to say mission, because it's a prestige mission. And you'll notice Valkyrie, Omega Sentinel, Hercules, and we have the usual suspects on the prestige list. Specifically, Surfer and Doom, that are still at the top. Carnivore Thor. But then you see all these new champions that Kabam is inserting this year and last year into basically just like Silver Surfer saying, hey, I know you may not use this guy or gal a whole lot, but I'm going to force you to go for them because if you don't, suddenly you're not going to have that high prestige that your alliance needs. This is, in a sense, a prestige war. And the prestige wars just got way more intense thanks to where Valkyrie is showing up on this tier list. And it's crazy because I remember when Phoenix was the top prestige champion. It always amazed me that the University of Phoenix had such high prestige. But just look at all the new champions recently. Let's just go through these. Valkyrie, Omega Sentinel, Hercules, Nimgod, Overseer, Sam Wilson, Hulkling, Cersei, Wiccan, Sauron, Silver Centurion. I think that's America Chavez. She looks very fancy in that picture. Immortal Abomination, Hitmonkey, Null, Apocalypse, Odin, Gore's right there, Goldpool, which is interesting to make, of course, a mostly trophy champion that's unobtainable for so many people, that high of prestige. Night Monkey, Red Goblin, Dollar General Batman, Professor X, Mr. Negative, Kitty Pryde. The list goes on and on and on and on, all the way down to Nova. This list is how Kabam makes money. And they have realized, I think more than ever, between the arena and featured Cav Crystals, which is the friendly reminder that if you're going for a 6-star Valkyrie and you want a SIG 200 6-star Valkyrie to keep the prestige wars alive, that even though the arena is important and the current featured crystals are important, the best statistical way to get her is as the sub-featured champion in the first featured crystal of the month of August. So that will be, statistically speaking, the safest, though still very far away, bet of landing her. It is also a genius move by Kabam to do this now because we're in a bit of a lull between Cyber Weekend and July 4th with the biggest spending days of the year. That's why Kabam has changed the way that they're making money in July and August now, because post July 4th, they not only have the cash part of the summoner camp. But now between the daily specials and busting out champs that have high prestige, they're guaranteeing that they're going to make a huge amount of revenue from the whales at the top in sometimes dead months. Keep in mind, a few years ago, the daily special wasn't buffed. We weren't seeing the high prestige champions we're seeing now in terms of their arena accessibility. And by the way, the arenas didn't have the featured 6-star like they do now. So that was different. And the Summoner Appreciation Calendar was free. They have revolutionized all of those ways of making money to maximize their profit margin in what could be maybe the third quarter of their books. So all of this is to say, this weekend is another game-changing grind for those of you who are going for her. Obviously, Monday through Thursday will be as well. Good luck to everybody. I have never spent less time in the arena than I have in the last 2 days, largely because I've been driving and seeing friends and people I consider basically family on campus at the University of Missouri, and of course spending time with Israel. So it's interesting to know people are like locking themselves in their bedroom right now and playing 72 hours, maybe straight it feels like, and I'm barely playing. So there you have it. Thanks again to my alliance for encouraging me to make this video and to this service that makes the prestige race and the prestige totals so easy to digest and understand.